Can you speak?
Mic check.
Okay.
Look at this dog in between us. I'm so severely allergic, but that's fine.
Okay, let me play
We
the
only
intro.
have 40 more hours. This is a 24
welcome to
marathon.
the Just Okay
24-hour telethon.
Whitney Ledesma.
Remember when they used to do that? Call in. We're trying to raise money for a kid who died.
I remember the telethon they did for Haiti. I bought the CD, or not the CD, the music they made. It was the last time I think we were all unified as a country when Jay-Z, Shakira, Miley Cyrus, Beyonce.
That's crazy because I don't know anything about that.
Really?
Everyone was united except for me. That's not We Are the World.
Well, they do. Yeah, they do that at every. I think every disaster they do. We Are the World.
Yeah.
It's like
We Are the World was originally for AIDS, right?
I just didn't Disney also do We Are the World, or was that the Pass It On with the Jonas Brothers? Should we mic you up in the back?
No, that was Every Dream You Make Is a Wish.
Yeah, you're directing all of your questions to the lady off camera.
I know, you're right, Patrick. This is about you today.
This is about you and me.
This is about you and me.
Girls, we're just being girls today.
Hi, welcome back to the Just Okay podcast. New couch, new city, new state. Who dis?
New man. I'm Brittany's boyfriend.
Hey guys, I am Patrick depari's lover.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
My name is Heather Keith,
And my name's Matt Boyd.
and this is
Jackass. Welcome to Jackass.
yeah. I'm
What do you
gonna
typically talk about? I checked on your page today. I'm the first guest in 5 months.
yeah.
Your last guest sucked.
Did you watch it? I don't even know who
No.
the last guest was.
No, I don't either.
I
didn't
got
know
out
who
of
it was.
doing. I don't do the pods when I'm stressed, and living in New York was one of the most stressful. I loved living there, but it's hard to have the motivation to edit things when you are in a place that is half the size of a garage.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I went and I was looking at a bunch of apartments in like June, and I was on Zillow, and I kept calling all the people who were listing them because it was like closets that were going for like $2,400. So I'd call them and be like, "Hey, this is a closet I'm looking at," and they'd be like, "Yeah, it's like a closet."
In
And I'd be like,
Austin?
No, in New York.
Oh, you were looking at apartments in New York?
Yeah. But I would tell them like, "Hey, where did you come up with the number 2,400? Like, how did you come to that?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, man, I'm not doing this with you, man. All right, if you're interested in the house, come to our open house on Saturday." And I did that for like 70 people, and they all had the same reaction of just like, "Don't worry about where I came up with the price."
People say New Yorkers are mean, but I get it because they're paying a shit ton of money to live in the world's smallest place. I toured a place to where the shower was in the kitchen. There wasn't a door. It was just it was like a single stall, like dorm style shower in the kitchen with just a curtain, and they were trying to pitch it as an amenity.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's easier to wash your vegetables. I don't know what else is good for. It's you can really clean a chicken in there.
Now we're really cooking here with all that kitchen humor. You got cooking.
Yeah.
A
But
shower in the kitchen is pretty amazing. I fucking hate cooking because it makes me feel so greasy.
I thought you were going to say I hate showering because it doesn't make me feel greasy.
I love a shower. I'm a big shower guy. I would take 4 showers a day if I could.
I'm a bath girl. I like to bathe in my own filth.
I can't remember the last time I took a bath.
I took 2 today.
Really?
I'm a depressed woman.
That's a girl thing to do. Girls are taking baths.
I didn't realize this till I learned about it in psychology. People who take baths likely didn't get held much as a child because it's a form of like warmth to feel like love.
Really?
So it's like, I'm like, oh, wow, my trauma comes out in the bathtub. I'm like, I will sit in the tub at like 12 a.m., just sulk for like an hour, just lay there in some warm filth.
Just letting it all come out.
And just some Britney soup.
Seeping sadness.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Good band
So you're
name.
a shower guy?
I'm a shower guy. I'm a quick shower.
Quick shower.
I'm a quick shower guy.
I see that for you.
Mm-hmm. In and out. Hair and balls, get out.
So you kind of do a whore bath every
Hair
time?
balls off to work.
So it's just a whore bath every time?
Yep. Every morning. Hair balls off to work. Worry about the rest later.
Okay, you make sure to wash your balls before work.
Yeah, I really get in on my balls. I really get in.
You gotta
on my
make them
balls.
nice for the glory hole.
Yeah, that's my job. I should brush my teeth because I'm the one doing all the.
I like the idea that
Work
there's
from
a
the
guy
other
at the
side.
glory hole who doesn't put his dick through, but just puts his balls through the hole. He's like,
suck
can
my
you just cup them for a minute?
Hey man, just come around. This will be a lot easier. I wonder if there's ever been a dick so small that the guy was like, "Hey man, just come around. You can't really.
I was once.
We're cutting an inch off."
It doesn't even go through it.
Yeah.
It's like halfway through the hole.
Your thighs are too fat. You can't even press your dick through.
There's a guy who sent me a DM, and I'll never forget it because he had a micro penis, and he sent a picture of himself, 2 pictures of himself with his micro penis in the mirror with his with his ID.
Oh.
With his
ID?
identification.
Oh my
I think it was like from
goodness.
Russia or something. It was like a language that looked Slavic.
Did you say?
I don't know. Is Slavic the word you use for that?
Did you request that?
No,
was
it was
he
just
just
a
like,
random
"I'm
DM.
real"?
Why would I request that?
I don't know. Hey, I need to make sure you're real. Hold up your identification.
Have you ever seen a micro penis?
Yeah, they make me sad. They're always because I've looked up micropenis porn and it's never like a guy with a micropenis like being like, yeah, you like that fucking micropenis. It's always like a fat guy in a tub being shamed by 2 women who are like, you're disgusting.
I feel like whenever you have like
you're fucking depressed, aren't you? With
a
that tiny
deformity,
dick?
you have to warp your mind into developing that type of kink because that's the only way you can get off. It's so fucked.
Yeah.
I knew a guy who became a cuck because he got cheated on so much. He had to make it hot for himself.
Yeah, that happened to me, I think. I think I got my first relationship was like 4 years. And then as soon as we broke up, I was like, well, I know you're going to fuck somebody else. So let me just try to find how that could be sexy for me.
Let me try and figure out how to beat off to it.
Yeah, and then I win. You know? Like,
I
you can't
guess.
hurt me if I can jerk off to you fucking other guys. I'm invincible.
Anytime
And then I ended up sending her a video of me fucking another girl because I was so hurt.
Did the other girl know?
No. But I didn't put her like face in it or anything. I just took a video of me. I was 17. What can you do?
No, okay. Yeah.
I was 17. I sent it to another 17-year-old.
Still, in Texas, they could prosecute you for distributing child
Yeah,
porn.
I
That's
should
what they've threatened us. That's how we were told not to send nudes. They were like, well, do you want to be in trouble for child porn?
Is it child porn if it's me, though?
Yes.
You're a child.
If I have pictures of my own penis from when I was 12,
And you
there's
still...
no way masturbating to baby pictures of myself is illegal.
Well, Lil Dicky still jerks off to the 16-year-old Topanga, famously in his song.
Oh.
So is that...
That's a crime. No, wait, no, it's not a
Well,
crime
she's
because masturbating.
What?
I said, can I interject on the pedophilia?
Yeah, you can... Do you want to come talk into the mic?
Oh, yeah.
As long as you're imagining yourself also 16 while you're fucking them. Because you're getting off on the nostalgia of how horny you were as a child.
Right.
So I'm A-okay on that.
Who are you jerking off to?
I was going to say his name.
The Naked Brothers Band?
Oh, I fucking love the Naked Brothers
I
band.
saw one of them in a play in New York. I think it was Nat. They're all actors now.
Yeah, the younger one's a good actor. The older one's a shit actor.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in that movie Paper Skies or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Paper-
Towns.
Paper Towns. That movie sucked balls.
I didn't see it, but that was written by John, the same guy who did the cancer one, where it was like the cigarette's a metaphor.
Fault in our story.
I liked that girl in the Naked Brothers Band, but when I grew up, I looked back and was like, oh yeah, she's ugly as fuck.
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Well, she was also a kid.
Oh, and the babysitter who was Alex's girlfriend. You know what I'm talking about?
Also a pedophile.
That's so in the movie he's like hitting on her every episode. It's his cousin. Real
Ah.
life cousin.
Yeah, but we all wanted to fuck our cousin. I think we could all admit that.
I didn't have any hot cousins.
Fucking. That's my take on child fucking. I'm gonna go back
Perfect.
to eating food.
Thank you for your take on child fucking.
Thank you for your
heaven,
time.
Keith. Yeah, I wanted to fuck my cousin for sure.
I
Ol'
didn't.
SC. I won't say her name, but I'll say her initials.
So she knows which one you're talking.
Old SC out there. Yeah, I remember there was one time I was 11. She was like 14. And I went over. I never really met them, so they were new to me. And I was like, what do you like? What do you want to do? And she was like, you want to like fight or wrestle or something? And she started like pushing me. And then I remember she got me on the ground and was like punching me, and her like boobs were singing in my face. And I was like, I'm going to have sex with this girl. And then my mom was like, hey, did you like hanging out with your cousin? And I was like, what? Yeah. Yeah, I loved hanging out with my cousin. And then, I stalked her on Facebook for like years. Because I totally wanted to fuck her. Keep it in the family. She looked like my mom. Who's more attractive than your own mother? My mother cradled me for years and years. How could I not have love for that woman? And you're telling me I could placebo fuck her through this
I mean,
girl?
it's the first woman whose tits you ever sucked. First pussy you, but of course you're going to love her.
Exactly.
You know?
They always.
That's why you love Heather. It reminds you of your mother.
Yeah, she does, wearing those sweats and hitting me every now and again. Yep. No, yeah. They say your mother's your first girlfriend, your father's your first boyfriend. And that sets the precedent for what you desire in a man. That's the Oedipus complex, but I think people get that mixed up with like he just wants to fuck his mom, but it's like I think it's deeper than that.
I think he wants to make love to his mom.
Yeah, maybe. But who doesn't?
Me?
Every man wants to just climb back in a womb. That's really all our desire is to climb back in the womb of a woman. Because it was the best time of our lives. The best 9 months of your life is in the womb of your mother, being fed and sleeping. You know? Is this crazy? Is this controversial?
No. That's totally valid. You're so valid, King.
Yeah. Some guys go as far as to want to be back in their father's balls, but I don't think I desire that at all.
You don't want to be back in your father's balls?
Because it wasn't all about me then. It was me and millions of others.
Yeah, well, it is crazy that you were the one that survived.
It is insane.
Because this is a product of it.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. That's what my mom got. There was millions of doctors and lawyers, and she got me, who is talking about wanting to fuck her on a podcast.
Well, she's dead, so.
She is dead. That is true.
So I feel like if she's dead, it's okay to talk about wanting to fuck her.
Depending on what you believe in. She could
be a rock.
Yeah, if you believe in reincarnation, she could be a still rock. In a park.
She could be a rock. You could go fuck that
Cleveland.
rock.
Yeah.
She could be a baby.
She could be. Well, yeah, that would just make her a new person.
She could be someone else's mom now.
That's the worst part about reincarnation is if you like fall in love with a girl and fuck her, that could be your like grandmother. You could be fucking the reincarnated soul.
You could kill an aunt and you could have just killed your own mother.
True. But in that case, I would want to kill my mother because holy shit, she's an ant. That sucks. Although ants have it figured out.
Yeah,
Every time I see an ant trail, I'm like, you guys really have this shit fucking down.
They have a purpose in life. There's no heroin addicts of ants. They're all working hard together.
True.
They got community.
There might be some heroin addict ants. You never know.
The
ants
type
in Central Park.
I feel like
I'm
they
sure
just
there's
OD on
heroin lying
insulin.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a syringe today on a walk.
Yeah. Today?
Yeah.
But you think it was a diabetic syringe or a heroin
Probably
syringe?
not.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not diabetic syringe.
It is crazy that they always just discard of the syringe on the ground. There's never respectful addicts. They don't dispose of them properly.
Well, I mean, I think the ones who do it, I know a family member of mine was a very high functioning heroin addict. They were a manager of like a smoothie shop. Mm-hmm. Like had their rent paid, like one of the highest functioning, like that's the type of person you would want.
Who was this?
Just a
like
person in my family, a family member.
A family member. Oh, right. Yeah, you've told me your family member is the CEO of Juiceland. That's crazy.
Oh, there's some crazy.
Apparently,
the owner,
functioning heroin addict.
Apparently, the owner of Juiceland is like a predator. Don't quote me on this, but I saw that on TikTok like a year ago.
I've seen it.
Right? I still
What do you mean
get
predator,
stuff there because they have cute merch, but
I think he's a rapist.
Like a predator.
yeah, I think he's like a rapist.
Predator, like rapist, or
Predator
like he texted a girl the wrong.
Predator,
thing.
like rapist.
Predator, like the movie.
Predator, like he
Predator, like
he
fucking
stalks
alien.
people like a jaguar. It's more primal than sexual.
That's crazy. I mean, if you're the CEO of anything, I feel like the CEO of most things are fucked up. You ever see the CEO of Bang Energy? That guy's a fucking mental patient.
I've never had a Bang Energy, but I feel like anyone who does that is probably like a little off in the head.
I love Bang.
That makes sense.
They're my favorite.
Because I could also
world.
see you at one of the Insane Clown Posse like
I would love
events,
Mm-hmm.
drinking Fago.
Yeah. What's that called? What are those conventions called?
I really want to go to one.
Insane
I would
Clown
love to
Posse.
go like learn about culture.
Juggalo Fest. What do they call those?
Family.
Gathering of the Juggalos.
They call each
Yeah, all
other
those people are
family.
all those people are the nicest people in the world.
I loved watching the Workaholics episode about that. That was one of the most informative things I've ever seen.
Never seen it. I don't even know what that is. But I've met a couple juggalos and they were the sweetest people I've ever met in my life. I
Yeah.
had sex with a juggalo once.
Were they in clown?
Yeah. His name was Henry. And he was in full clown makeup.
That's beautiful.
It was a woman. She wasn't in clown makeup. She just told me she was a diehard juggalo.
Oh.
And she was a sweetheart. She was an angel. She was very loyal. Those juggalos are very loyal people. Everyone's their homie.
Who's your homie?
God. I'd say God. I'd say my if I had a dog, I'd probably be homies with my dog. Heather Keith's my homie. Who's your homie? Who are your three main homies?
My three main homies. God,
Mm-hmm.
Jesus,
Oh, wow.
and then the Spirit.
And the Holy Ghost?
Yeah. The Holy Trinity are my three major homies.
The Holy Trinity. Yeah.
Probably Willard. He's probably holding it down right now.
Who's Willard? This the dog?
Yeah.
His name's Willard? Where's
Willie
that name?
Nelson.
Like Fred Willard?
Willie Nelson.
Oh, okay.
I let my
Willie
high
Nelson.
school boyfriend name him.
Oh, that sucks.
No, it's
You've
okay.
had this dog since high school?
I got him right when I graduated high school. I graduated high school a
Holy
semester
shit.
early.
That
So
makes
like,
this dog 8 months old.
because I'm only 14.
Because you're only 4. Yeah. Yeah, you have yeah. How was high school for you? Were you cool? Were you popular?
No.
Were you a loser? Were you
I
a
wasn't
slut?
like no, neither. I wanted to be a slut
You
so
lost your
bad.
virginity at 19, didn't
I
you?
lost my virginity at the month before I turned 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was pretty close.
To a guy who told me he wouldn't go down on me because he was like, it's just too hard to make a woman come, I think.
That's really smart logic.
And so then he said, it's gay. It was a lot of guys in Texas. That's their line was, it's like gay to eat pussy.
That's a great, yeah. More
And then
further great logic.
I dated one guy
It
who
is
was
gay.
too eager to eat my pussy, and he had a really close relationship with both his sisters and his mother. And I just kept thinking, are you doing this because you want someone to do this for your sister?
Oh my
like,
goodness.
like you
Yeah.
want someone to treat your sister this way.
Yeah. Well, the older I get, the older my sister gets. I always think, I hope my sister gets has good sex in her life, you know? When we were younger, I was definitely like, I don't want nobody to touch my fucking sister. But now that she's like 18, I'm like, yeah, I hope you're getting some good stuff. I hope it's all good. I hope you like it.
I hope you're having
Because
fun.
you know it's going to happen, you know? It's going to happen, so you just pray for the best. I just hope it's no black, just fucking appropriate suburban white.
He's kidding.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
My dear God.
You can quote me.
But when
on
did
that.
you lose your virginity? Look, I feel like that's
I was 16. I lost my virginity to my high school girlfriend.
the one that you dated for 4 years.
All throughout high school. And yeah, we had amazing sex forever. We had a great sexual relationship. And that's really all our relationship was built on was sex. But we thought we liked each other otherwise for some reason.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Throughout our 4-year run, we had 3 abortions.
Oh my God! Get a
first year.
vasectomy because you have a trend.
I know. I really.
How many fucking teardrops do you have?
My semen is potent. 4 teardrops. 4 babies gone. And yeah, so it's hard to support Trump.
It's hard to support Trump when
such
you
a tough world.
I will say, what if we crowdfunded you a vasectomy?
I wouldn't get it. I'm terrified of that. I know you can reverse it, but I don't believe in it.
That's so funny because the birth control they made for men, the first thing that came out was the jacuzzi for your balls. They get like fun birth control, and then women just bleed for like years if they get the implant. The only thing that makes you close to sterile.
What do you mean bleed? You don't bleed?
No, I was bleeding for like months.
Like consistently?
Yeah.
Every day?
Yeah.
No shit.
And then it wouldn't stop. But I was like, you know what? For the sake of being a little dumpster, I'll do it.
Yeah. Being a little dumpster, being a cum dump. There was a girl in college I called cum dumpster, and I called her to her face, and I didn't think anything of it. And I it's one of those things that later on you take mushrooms and you just think back and you go, wow, why did I call that girl cum dumpster? I was so mean.
Are you having empathy?
Yes, I've been studying empathy lately, and it's really working out for my soul. My chakra's aligning.
Your chakra.
My chakra. But if you saw this girl, I mean, she was a fucking whore. She was a whore for sure. She was down bad on it.
Down bad on you,
She
or
was
just
down
like,
bad on it. No, not on me. She definitely didn't want to fuck me.
is that why maybe you called her a whore?
No, she was just flirting, and I was. She definitely flirted with me. She flirted with every guy in the class and the teacher and everything. I went to a shitty Lowell college.
No, I went to Texas State, and there was a girl I knew that was sleeping with professors
Really?
for grades.
Oh, no shit. That's awesome, though. You know, I fully support that. What a way to earn it. Just like William H. Macy and his wife. They paid off their professors in California. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The lady, Auntie Becky or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Becky from Full House. She paid professors off to pass her dumb influencer kids.
Yeah. They
to that
took
I
pictures with the rowing machines.
What do you mean?
The rowing machines, that's part of it. They like took pictures with them, and they were like, we had no idea what was going on. It's like, why do you think you had to pose with? I feel like that's like the proof you have to give. Like, the only other people who just take pictures with workout equipment are people pretending they just worked out.
Yeah. You remember during 2020 when those women would take, they would like go up to construction workers and be like, hey, can I like borrow the nail gun? And then they would like take a picture posing with the nail gun, like, I'm boarding up buildings. And then they would just hand the nail gun back and be like, all right, cool. I got the photo.
What was that?
There's a real video out there. It happened during 2020 during the those riots. What was I talking about? Remember those riots? Because Arrested Development season 5 came back, and it was so bad.
It was so bad
that there was riots all throughout every city in America during 2020. They were burning Targets down because Arrested Development season 5 was so horrifically bad. It was so unfunny. Will Arnett was barely in it, and people were burning down buildings and demanding change. And I think they canceled the show because of it. That's
exactly what happened.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was a horrible ordeal. They talked about it during the election.
I mean, God, Michael Cera really went through it that year.
God, he was so ugly. He was like half grown. What was that about? You're like 29 and you're
that was
still growing?
just a horrible, horrible reboot of such a good show.
Yeah, it was one of those things too where like everybody's schedule didn't mix up because they were all so popular, so they had to film everything separately.
Yeah.
So they were like, hey, what's going on in the scene? They're like, you're pretending to be talking to David Cross, who's on tour right now, so he can't be here. So just look into the camera and pretend like and say this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Terrible.
I used to live near where the Blue Man Group had their residency.
No shit. You know that's not 3 people. There's like 600 Blue Men Group. Yeah.
There's 603 guys. There's 603 guys.
603 guys.
There's 603 blue guys.
If you can paint yourself blue, be bald, and play drums, then you can be.
Would y'all want to do a at-home Blue Man Group?
That'd be pretty dope.
Can we blue ourselves?
Have you seen them live?
No, I haven't. I walked past
you
it
didn't
every
take
day.
advantage?
No, I didn't take advantage because honestly, no one wanted to go with me. I'm not like a live entertainment gal. I'm just now getting into going to the movies.
Yeah, you're also hard to like.
In fairness, it took us how many years to become friends?
That's true. Well, when I met you, you were being super mean to
In
everybody.
my defense, you were friends with a known predator.
Whoa, we can't be going there. The fact that I'm best friends with Crystalia means nothing to anybody else. Do not bring up my boy Dalia.
Hey, I know you're the one bringing him the girls. I know you're the one that's
were
really
willing.
messaging them for him.
They were waiting outside with their lunch. I was just a school bus driver.
You said, hey, want to meet
The school of Dalia.
the school of Dalia.
I was pretty much just Kevin Heffernan and Sky High.
That was
I
such
just
a
wanted-
good
I
movie.
just wanted to be a predator.
What
like Chris.
what a wild reference.
Yeah, no, Sky High was one of the best.
That was one of the best movies, I think, during our childhood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that and Minutemen,
I haven't seen
which
Minutemen.
both have the kid. I would never know his name. You know that kid's name? Tall guy.
Oh, the
He's
hot
the
one.
He's the glow. He glows.
He's
In
hot.
Sky High.
Yep.
He glows.
I love him.
Me and Heather just watched a movie called Zola, and he was in it.
He's in random shit. And
Yeah. And he's also in a movie called Red State where he gets shot in the head and it fucks me up every time I see it because I'm like, no, you can't die.
But he did.
I get emotional attachments to actors, so when they die in movies, it
After
makes me, like,
movies,
really
I like
fucking
to
sad.
pretend I'm in the movie and live my life in
Dude.
scenarios in my head for
I've
like
been watching-
hours.
I've been watching Ozark for the last like 2 months, and I was walking through the street the other day, and I was genuinely like looking at people like, you don't even know what I've seen. You don't know how many fucking bodies I've seen. I was like pretending as if I'm in Ozark and I do crazy shit. Like cops came into my work the other day and I was like, fuck,
They don't even know.
act accordingly.
God, you show so much restraint right now.
God, you really got to hold yourself together. Cops are sniffing around.
Guys, y'all shouldn't come sniffing around these parts. You know what's good for you.
Shouldn't ask me questions. I'm not going to speak without my lawyer present. So yeah, what were we talking about? Blue Man Group, sluts. Oh, I asked you how you were in high school.
Oh, high school, I was in culinary. Well, I got bullied out of
really?
one school. I got bullied out of a Christian school in 9th grade. And then I went to a public school and I loved it. And I did culinary from sophomore to senior year. I got like 12 hours towards
Wow.
culinary school. I got recruited by the CIA,
No
Culinary
shit.
Institute of America.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I didn't do anything with it.
You didn't work at a restaurant ever as a cook?
No.
No shit.
I just like
I-
to cook for fun.
I worked at this place in Wilmington, Massachusetts called Red Heat Tavern, and I met a girl who just graduated from culinary school, and she was so unaware of the world she just signed herself into. Because every kitchen is a
Yeah.
hellscape of just rapists and women abusers.
Just call
and
them
drug
Mexicans.
addicts. Mexicans. Well, Mexicans, it's a whole ordeal. Mexicans is...
No,
It's
I
a
mean it's so
concoction of
the
crime.
environment there's always one bus guy that's gonna hit on the like young ass hostess or waitress. My friend married one of them, the guys that hit on her, and they have a beautiful family together. So sometimes it works out in their favor.
Oh my God, I bet they cook amazing meals.
Yeah, they're
Or the husband is really good at cleaning up the table after. Because he was a busboy. Was the joke there?
BB busboy.
Maybe.
I would love to see a superhero movie called Busboy.
Busboy.
Is he gonna be a
I would
busser
like
or is
a-
it a guy that drives a bus?
I would like a movie about a dishwasher. Because I was a lifetime dishwasher. I did dishwashing for 10 years.
They have plenty of movies
When I
about
was-
Mexicans. Okay,
The dishwasher. It's just a Mexican kid's life.
it's just an abuelita,
Abuelita. I don't even know what that means.
little
Can you
grandma.
speak fluent Spanish?
No,
Can
not
you
even close.
Speak in Spain?
Spick
and span. Oh, is that what that means?
Yo puedo hablar Mexican.
What?
I said I can speak Mexican, but Mexican isn't a language, so it's kind of a
Oh.
joke.
I
Ja,
s-
ja,
yeah,
ja.
I only speak American. Oh my God.
Every 30. No, we. It's okay.
Calm down,
Oh,
dog.
okay.
All right.
Go sit. Wait, can you sit? Go over there. Okay.
We got cut off from our amazing conversation about racism and how it's
not
divided
fair.
America.
It's not fair.
What's your opinion on politics? I think I'm voting Dick Cheney. I think I'm going with old Dick this year.
I'm voting for Kamala.
Oh my God, over Dick Cheney? That's crazy. After
Kamala.
everything Dick Cheney did in a 9/11? In a 9/11?
I don't know who Dick. Don't you dare! I don't even know who Dick Cheney is in reality.
Do you actually vote?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't vote
Why you?
because it's crazy. But every time someone who tells me Every time somebody tells me like, "Oh, you don't vote," I always tell them like, "Yeah, well, I'd vote for Trump," and then they go, "All right." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what's. You should be so happy."
Don't you want
I
more
don't vote.
abortions? Because you clearly need them.
Nah, dude. How's about I vote for Trump and then I'll vote for abortions in my state?
You're
Brittany,
not going to vote
let's
in
go
your
back.
state.
No, I don't vote. I don't take anything like that serious. I'm on this earth to make people laugh.
White man privilege.
Yeah. Clown privilege. I'm poor as fuck. I don't care. I don't care who gets to be in a big house in Washington, D.C. Have you been to Washington, D.C. before? You ever notice that every monument in America is fake and made of clay? That's like a real thing. I went and I saw the Statue of Liberty. It was made of clay. It was a giant mold of clay. The Liberty Bell? Clay. It's all like, I swear they like hide.
I thought it was paper mache.
It might be paper mache. Everything's gated off. You can't touch anything. Why
Oh.
can't I touch anything?
I touch everything at museums.
Really?
Anything that says don't touch, I've touched it. I have, oh my God. There was a wall at this bar and they had a bunch of candles dripping with wax down it. And it said do not touch. And I was just picking off the wax.
Wow.
Like there was no tomorrow. I'm a little
Damn.
rebel, but
Well, maybe,
also
yeah,
I
maybe
had to
you're more
stem.
courageous than I am. I see a sign that says don't touch and I run. I get out of there. Because I know
you
I'm
know what
touching on
consent
shit.
is.
Yes. Yes.
Because you don't
I
need to be
respect-
prosecuted by a
I
statue.
see a sign that says don't touch and I say free all women or whatever.
You see a sign that says don't touch and you say, I know this one.
Yes. I know the answer.
I've
to this
fallen
one.
for this before.
God, I hate when I touch a girl and she gets weird about it. It's the worst thing ever. There was one time I went on a Tinder extravaganza or whatever. I matched with a girl on Tinder back when I was like 19. And I went over her place. Every photo was above. And when I got there, she had an amazing double chin. Like, and I'm not talking just the like.
And amazing. I get.
I'm not talking like when she laughed, she threw up a double chin. She just had a gullet that like a waving.
Like a turkey.
Oh, just bad. Yeah. Bigger than her face. Her chin was huge. So I saw her and I was like, what? Yo, ho, ho, okay. Yeah. All right. All right. I'm not going to be mean about this one. It's clearly you catfished me a little bit, but it's fine. And then we went into her place. She lived in a dorm with like 8 other girls. So it was one room. It was like the size of this room. There was like 3 bunk beds. And there was just 3 other girls just hanging out watching TV in their beds. And she was like, yeah, if you want to just like hang out in my bed, it's fine. And then we sat in her bed and I watched her play Zelda for an hour. And then,
Wait, you stayed?
yeah, I didn't want to be mean. I can't just like be like, ew.
You
I
don't
don't like
say
this.
ew. You can say no.
Yeah, but that would still offend her. That would be mean.
The Zelda?
just went,
if
"Yo,
someone just,
nah."
if I was hanging out with someone and they just decided, hey, I'm just going to play Zelda for an hour while you just sit with me.
Yeah. Well, I can watch someone play video games. I don't mind while we talk. But then there was 3 other girls sitting in their own beds, like watching TV on their phones.
Did y'all dry hump?
That's the thing is then I started being like, hey, do you want to like make out? And she was like, no, I'm not really in the mood. And I was like, oh, okay. Do you think tonight's going to like lead to sex or something? And she was like, no, I don't know. No, I think just no, because I was on a cruise like a month ago and she told me this whole story about how this guy was like flirting with her at a bar and he was like 26. And then he was like, how's about you invite me back to your room? And he wouldn't take no for an answer. So then eventually I invited him back to my room. And she just told me this guy raped her.
Oh my God.
And she was like, but I can't do anything about it because I don't know who he was.
Because
He
it was
he was from
on the
another
sea.
country. And yeah, it was on the sea. Open water laws or whatever. Only fucking Aquaman can judge in that situation. So then she was like, yeah, so ever since then I've had like a weird time with intimacy. So I think this was just a test run. And I was like, all right, well then I'm going to go.
You were the
And-
safe test run.
Yeah, she was like, hey, do you want to come over and maybe I'll fuck you? And then I got there and she was like, never mind, I was raped. And then, yeah, she told me that story and I went, ooh, all right, well, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry that happened to you. And I gave her a light hug and I left.
That was polite.
Yeah.
That was probably,
I don't know how we got into
it's
that
so
story,
funny how I
but
would never guess any of that from your character.
Yeah. No, I'm a really
The
sweet
layers.
person.
The layers.
Yeah, I'm a super.
You're like
generous
Shrek.
and
You
nice
got
guy.
layers. You're like an onion.
Everyone, every girl wants to fuck Shrek. That's just a fact.
Do you want to fuck
Too-
Shrek?
Oh no.
That's a
I'm more of
lie.
a donkey.
Yeah.
Personality. I'm all for personality.
More gingerbread man.
Real. I see that. I'm a Lloyd.
I do believe Fiona gets hotter when she's an ogre.
My
Fiona's like a flat ass white bitch ginger. And then she becomes this like thick fucking dope, cute nosed girl.
it's
She's
cute
like-
nose.
She's like, Shrek, no! You can't see me when I look like this. That's my Fiona impression.
Can you do that again?
Shrek, no! Don't come in my rock!
Was it a rock?
Yeah, remember that scene where she builds a little hut in like this little rock build. There's like 3 rocks stacked on. Yeah. She rips bark off a tree and builds a door with it. And then Donkey goes in and he's like, hey, Fiona. Hey, Fiona, I got to tell you something real quick. And she's like,
I love that.
don't come any further. And he's like, oh, God, no. And then he runs to Shrek and he's like, oh, my God, a bitch, a crazy, ugly ass, fat bitch ain't Fiona. He says that pretty much. She is like, oh, the grossest girl in the world ain't Fiona.
I feel like you would be one of those Shrek is love, Shrek is life people.
No fucking way. No way. I wish death upon those people, straight up. I will stand on that. I stand on death.
There
on
was one
Shrek.
summer where they did Shrek the musical live in Austin at the Auditorium Shores. It was.
Did you see it?
I went for part of it because I lived down the street.
Was it free? Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, if it's, I wouldn't have paid. I would like
Yeah.
to clarify. I would not pay to see most forms of art.
Yeah.
Not to be like a bitch. You know how people won't pay to see comedy? That's how I feel about a lot of music
Same here.
and
When I
plays.
first moved here, my friend bought me tickets to see Joe Rogan, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I am a comedian. I will not pay and sit and watch Joe Rogan.
I
But
don't.
I'll walk through the doors free, and you know, I'll watch Joe
That's
Rogan.
how I feel about most of comics, though. I like, if I get the chance to see them, it's because I saw them for free. I don't want to go out of my way to pay for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay for a thing that I can easily get into for free.
You know? I don't know. Who do you want to be?
Who do I want to be?
Who do you want to be?
I would love to be like, God damn, I don't know.
Vin Diesel?
Just like a.
I see you as
I
Vin
picture
Diesel.
myself more as a Paul Walker.
Dad?
Dead but loved and respected. Never forgotten.
Okay.
I think I have.
So you got to change up some things and then
definitely
you'll
have-
get there.
Yeah, I definitely have friends that are more Vin Diesel. Like when I die, they'll take advantage of the fact that I died and make money off of it. Yes. Yeah, re-release this episode when I fly into a tree. People get real fucking emotional about the Paul Walker thing when you bring it up.
It is, yeah. Guys get so.
even talk about
My first real boyfriend in like high school, he was, I don't even think I would count him as a real boyfriend, but he was the first guy who I called a boyfriend in high school, and he was
First guy you did
obsessed.
hand stuff with.
Yes. Yes.
What was his name? Scott?
No, Chris.
Chris. That's my older brother's name.
He was obsessed with the franchise Fast and the Furious. Like,
Imagine. Could you imagine being obsessed with the Fast and the Furious franchise?
are you obsessed?
No.
No, it's
I
like
saw
a
the first
car
one.
guys, because I feel like boobs are kind of like cars. Guys
Yeah.
can't get their eyes off them.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get a tune up every now and then.
Mm-hmm. And they leak oil.
Yeah. My boobs leak all the time.
Yeah, boobs.
I got to oil them up actually constantly.
Yeah. My first girlfriend, when she got an abortion, she would milk,
One of my friends,
and I sucked milk out of her boobs.
one of my
Because
friends,
I was like, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. I have to suck the milk out of your boobs. And I did. And it tasted good. I'm not ashamed to admit it. It didn't taste
you know what she should have gotten into? Being
A milker?
a milk nurse, or what is it called?
Breastfeeder?
No, it kind of a wet nurse.
A wet nurse. What's that?
It's when you breastfeed other
Just a
people's
s-
kids.
Just a soaking wet nurse.
It's when you breastfeed other people's kids. She should have gotten into that. Just
This is the nurse who walks in completely wet. That's funny. All right, I'll move on from that thought.
oh,
Nurse, why are you soaking wet? Oh, I'm a wet nurse.
wet nurse. I go in the
I'm-
shower before this.
I jump in the river before I come to work.
It's what you get when you're on Medicaid.
I'm the sopping wet nurse. Sopping. You know what I struggle with? I struggle with language because I'm a bit of a artard. And
Wow.
I often wonder if it's soaked in wet or soaking wet.
It's soaking wet.
It's soaking wet. I often say soaked in wet. I've said that very often. Like, oh yeah, she was soaked in wet. Like she had wet all over her. She was soaked in wet.
It's like wet. It's like a
Yeah.
noun.
Every English teacher I've ever had has told me that I am grammatically retarded. There's no hope for me.
And look at you now.
Are you not allowed to say the retarded word?
I don't care.
I think I can say it.
I get
I've had enough brain damage in my life, I think.
frustrated with people who get offended by it because most of the times they've never met anyone who actually has any form of
Retardation.
like mental handicaps. And like my uncle with Down syndrome lived with me for a little bit growing up, and
Yeah.
we were really close. And I'm just like, I have a joke where I call myself a hot retard. And I have to find a way to preface it with the fact that, and I did it in Brooklyn, and someone came up to me and told me I was brave
Oh, wow.
for calling myself a hot retard in
Holy
Brooklyn.
shit. No shit.
And then I got an applause break in Jersey City.
Really? Wow. I had my best set ever in New York at the Old Creek in the Cave. It was downstairs. Did you ever do the Old Creek in the Cave? There's a downstairs section of it that's it's just like a basement, but it's long. And I was in New York for like a month, and I realized everybody was just doing all this political humor, but it wasn't humor. It was just political stances and ideology.
Statements.
And like, it was statements.
Yeah.
And they were all going up there like, fucking global warming's killing us. And they wouldn't follow up, and everyone would be like, yeah. So I wrote jokes on like global, snaps. So I wrote like a 5-minute set on global warming, war, and abortion. That was all. It was all progressive type comedy. And I went up there and I did the material, brand new material, and I got a fucking standing ovation at the end of my set, like a straight on, like they were fucking hitting the roof. They were freaking out, and I was like, God damn, New York's easy. All you have to do is say the right thing, and they're like, what? Oh, my fucking God.
I will say some of the best crowds and worst crowds I've ever had are there, because sometimes the audience is so diverse, it's like works against you because half of them don't even speak English.
Really?
Like I was at a show where a girl brought her boyfriend who's like from Russia, doesn't speak English, and so she would explain the joke to him after someone said it in Russian. And the thing is, she wasn't doing this like quietly.
So then just like during your next joke, you would just hear a kid go, yeah, 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 yeah.
I had one of the worst sets of my life. It was right after I got back from Austin this summer. I got back to New York, and it was a crazy show, and I was like told the Hispanic people were being a little crazy. So I said something about it on stage. Nice going.
To the Crystal Cave
No,
podcast.
I got him. Oh,
So yeah, your worst set ever. It was right after you got back from Austin. Did I tell the story wrong?
no, I went up at the comedy shop, and they were really drunk Hispanic people. There was a girl in the front who spilled a drink right before I got on stage, and I got up there and I said, so I heard about the Hispanic people, or like Mexicans or something, and then she just started chanting "Build that wall," and I was like, it's just like a white girl, and she was like, I was like, okay, let's calm down. We don't need nope, not that.
Yeah.
And then she was like, it's okay. My best friend's Colombian. And I was like, that's not a different genre Mexican.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a completely different
It would have been funny if she said racist.
Yeah.
It's okay, my best friend's racist.
If she would have said my best friend's racist, that would have been fine.
That would have been great.
That would have been fine. Own
It's
it.
okay, I'm a certified racist. This is all, I mean it.
And then a woman got groped in the middle of my set
Oh.
by one of the Hispanic people.
Okay.
And
Wow,
then
built that wall turned out to be true.
And then it took them, this was like an 8-minute set, so this was like minute 6. They decided to finally kick out the guy for it. And the woman keeps trying to build that wall periodically, and then she spilt the drink again.
Oh God.
And so it's just a shit show. I didn't have fun, and I left being like, why am I living here?
Yeah.
You know?
That's horrific.
It was
Sucks. How long was your set?
it was 8 minutes.
Oof.
A pure misery.
Damn. Why did he grope a girl? What was the story there?
I don't
You
even
just
know.
leaned over
I
and was
just
like, ow.
I think he like walked. It was. I couldn't tell if it happened in the room or if it was at the bar, but it was like 2 audience
He did one
members.
of those walk by snipes.
Yeah,
Ooh, I've seen those. Those are fucked.
they're not nice. I mean, like,
Just a walk by ass grab.
I'm fortunate that in New York I didn't have any crazy experiences like that. But like, my
Yeah.
friend was leaving the subway and some guy tried to put his hand up her skirt.
Oh,
That shit's
your
disgusting.
grimy, dirty subway hand.
I know. It's also like you don't even
That's
use
the worst
hand
part.
sanitizer.
Yeah, it's the worst part. You're just dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just reached.
Grab her by the pussy.
Oh my goodness! What was his ethnicity? You don't have to say,
I don't know.
but I know it wasn't Asian. We can all agree.
Because they're ninjas and you wouldn't even notice if their hand was in there.
It would be so.
It would be
fucking
so fast.
quick, in and out. Ocean's
Yeah.
11.
No way it could have been an Asian.
No way. No, Asians don't really rape.
Is that
right?
true?
I don't think so.
I've only been raped by white dudes.
Yeah, me too. I've only been raped by white girls.
Nice.
Keeping it in the family.
You know,
White is right.
oh, that's not where I was going. But okay, good for you.
White is rape.
Whatever. What? White is rape.
White is rape. White out.
You know what? Do you have anything you want to plug? Any last words?
Fuck yeah. Watch watch my other podcast that I do with Dylan Ray Sullivan from Lights Out with David Spade. It's called Smudge Hawks. It's a great podcast. It's almost as good as this one.
Almost.
But yeah, go watch Smudge Hawks.
Go watch Smudge Hawks.
What about you? Do you have anything to plug? What are you up to lately?
I have shows in Plano, Texas on October 6th. So
Hell yeah. You
buy a
think this
ticket
will
to
be out
that.
before then?
It will be out probably later this week.
Nice. That rules. Are you cutting me off?
Cutting you off on
Are we
this?
ending the podcast?
Yeah, I don't want to edit too much.
How long did
I
we
try-
do?
40, almost 50 minutes.
Almost 50 minutes? Let's give the people what they want. Let's do 2 minutes more.
Okay, okay.
I don't think we got down to the nitty gritty of who we are. Were you popular in high school? We never got
No,
to that
I
point.
wasn't. I told you I wanted to be a slut, but no one wanted to fuck me. My mom got me on birth control because she believed in me being a slut.
Really?
She really thought I was a
I
whore.
could see you being like a gross girl. Like a gross,
I wasn't
like,
gross.
boogery,
I wasn't
like
a booger.
dorky.
I still pick my boogers.
Ugh, you eat them?
No.
Okay. It's not a
That's
crazy
not
question.
implied. It's more like I have such. Yeah, I have. They're on display at all times. I have to pick my nose. Okay, like I don't really have a choice when
Oh, yeah,
people.
your nostrils are fucking wide open.
Yeah, I have also a piercing up there, so half the time people think it's a booger. Yeah,
Whoa.
just in case I need
That's
to
so
prove
funny, 'cause
that
I
I eat
think-
pussy.
I think last night I almost fucking was like, you got a booger.
Everyone thinks it's a booger. It's not. I have a piercing up there, and the amount of comments I get on Instagram from people in person, it's annoying.
Does anyone ever tell you look like a dinosaur? You know that show Dinosaur?
Oh wow.
You have the face of a baby dinosaur.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah, it's adorable.
I got called Barney once in a
yes,
roast.
I was gonna say you also look like DJ and Bebop or whatever.
I got
You
told
look
I
like-
look like DJ from the Arthur.
No, DJ from Barney.
Oh.
His 2 little monster friends.
You
His 2
do
little
look
dino-
like an Arthur character.
Yeah, an Arthur character.
I got told I look like the sister from her. The one that does
Oh
the
yes,
DW. Yeah, not
DW.
DJ.
Yeah.
DW.
You look like DJ and DW. Yeah. What are your shits often like?
My shits?
Do you shit regular?
No, I wish. I started taking
Let's
psyllium
give the
husk.
people what they really want.
I couldn't even tell my
Talk
doctor
about
I don't
it.
shit regular because I have sexual tension with him. He doesn't have sexual tension with me, but he asked if I'd be pooping and I said no. I said yes, I poop normally, and that was a lie.
Wow.
That was last summer and it's haunted me ever since because what if I could have fixed it, you know?
Right. Yeah, what are you doing?
Sometimes they're bloody.
Rocket power? Bloody shits.
Not like often, but every now and then.
What's the worst shit you've ever had? Worst shit experience you've ever had?
I shit my pants a lot. The less now. I think I've only done it twice this year, maybe 3 times.
What? 3 times this year?
But it's like a little bit. It's not like a lot.
Why? Is it like during a workout? Or is it just you being gross?
It just happened.
That doesn't just
Once was
happen.
Venezuelan food.
Okay. Like food poisoning? What's
No, it's
Venezuelan
just
food?
a lot of cheese and a lot of corn
Whatever
and a
was
lot of
dead on the
spice.
sidewalk that day?
Just a lot of arepa, and I'm used to the arepa part.
It's a rape joke.
So
So you're just blowing
when I worked at a
loads.
smoothie shop, I shit myself while I was opening the store at like 6 a.m. by myself. And I was like so grateful. I had extra pants in the car. I changed and didn't tell a
Ooh,
soul.
No shit. And you continued. No shit. Yes shit.
No shit. Yes, shit.
So you continued your shift.
Yeah.
Shit shift.
It's just a little, it's like, it's
Whoa.
never been a lot, thankfully.
But you had poop on your butt.
Yeah. And I wipe it off.
Oh, okay.
You
Right.
think I leave poop on my
I
butt?
wasn't thinking about. Well, what did you take your underwear off?
Yeah. It was like workout shorts. I'm not going to talk about if I wear underwear.
Right. You can't give the people too much. You got to keep them guessing. How do you think you'll die?
Hopefully old age.
Yeah, I could see that for you, like a bird.
I really don't want to end
I
up
could
in a
see you
river
dying
basin.
like a bird.
Yeah.
How do you think I'll die?
Probably self-inflicted.
No,
But not like suicide, more like self-inflicted, like stupidity.
like burgers. I eat too many burgers.
Not even eating too many burgers. I think you're gonna like just like drink too much beer and then
Fall off.
do
a
something
bridge.
really stupid. Like,
Yeah.
like it will look like suicide, but it won't be suicide.
Right. The old Trevor Moore.
Like you're gonna try to hang something up and accidentally hang yourself, and everyone's gonna be like autoerotic asphyxiation.
On Christmas Day from the tree. I was just trying to put the angel on top of the tree.
I don't know.
What was your family with the tree situation? Did they put a star?
We
or
did
an
both.
Angel? How?
So some years it was one, some years it was another.
Really? Okay.
We switched.
I thought you meant both. I thought you meant both on top at the same time, and that didn't make sense.
We got
to
2 trees, bitch.
me. That would be crazy. Some people do that. Some years we did one downstairs, one upstairs, and I always thought that was too much.
It's a little too much to get rid of.
Where are you originally from?
Austin.
No shit. So that all that like high school stories that's here in Austin?
Yeah.
No shit. Is the high school you went to still up and running?
Yeah.
No shit. That's crazy to me. I didn't know that. You're not very Austin-y to me. You seem like anything else. If you said San Diego or even like Pennsylvania or anything. But I don't know Austin. I didn't know Austin until I moved here. I didn't even know Austin was a place until I moved here.
You didn't even know Austin was a place till Joe Rogan?
I'm geographically lost.
I don't think it's just geographically.
I know like 3 states.
That tracks.
Have you been to other countries?
I've been to Ecuador and then
What'd you do in
Mexico.
Ecuador?
I went on a mission trip, but the thing was I didn't want to go on a mission trip. My friend was going on a mission trip and asked me to go, and I was like, oh my God, this seems so fun. I want to go to Ecuador and eat food.
Mm-hmm.
And she made it out to be like a really fun thing. And then last minute, she backed out of the trip like the day before. So then I was like stuck going to Ecuador alone with a bunch of like super religious people, and me just being there. I wanted to like have a good time.
Is that what a mission trip is? Is a religious like getaway?
Yeah, it's like it's like modern day colonization. It's like super not great for like actually like places. It's really fucked up. It's basically someone like little girl named Kaylee is gonna like get her friends and families and like her dad's like work friends to like pay for her to go to Haiti and take pictures with black kids, post it on the internet, and then leave Haiti in worse shape because we're making them rely on us for resources versus helping them build their own systems for like clean water and all that shit. Haiti was just one of the spaces. Yeah, they tried to convert them into like different religions. I went to Ecuador and I did find it a very rewarding experience, but I just don't think I would ever go on a mission trip again. I think you should, if whatever money you're like making these kids raise, it would do so much more if instead of paying for a child to go to another place, what if you just donated that to like a foundation that's already there, you know? What if you just like sent that to the community? Because I think it costs like $2,000 for me to go to Ecuador, and it's like, why didn't we just donate that money to, just nonprofits that are already there?
Brittany, I couldn't have said that any better myself. What religion was it?
Christianity.
So you're saying all Christians are scam artists and thugs. That's been the podcast, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. I think that's a perfect way to
Not
end
all
this.
Christians. You know what's so
Scam
funny?
artists
My
and thugs.
my Bible teacher followed me on Instagram recently from my Christian school I went to.
Is he a man?
Yeah.
What a psycho. You do have a little boyish features sometimes.
This has just been you calling me
it's
a
Kath.
dinosaur and a boy.
Those are cute things. Little boys are cute. Dinosaurs are cute. I'm compared you to cute dinosaurs.
That's fair. You
I
did
said
say
you're
cute.
adorable
there.
like a little kid, like a little dinosaur.
Do you want to go to Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, should we handshake?
Yes. Oh.
Bye.
What the fuck? That's fine.